So now we are online. Let's wait for, I don't know, 30 seconds and we'll start. And I think I will take a 30 seconds or 1 minute for some small introductory part. I think it will be in Russian because most of our audience will be Russian speaking, who knows English, and maybe they don't, but most of them know. Yeah, hopefully they know. Yeah, and yeah, and after that we will start. And I need to close my chat here. So let's wait a bit because it's as usual, it's delay between stream and live. And I have a technical support here. I need to ask. So, is it work? Yep. So, okay, I think we can start. First of all, again, Daniela, thank you for having you here today. It's a really pleasure and really interesting to talk with you about influencer marketing in Latin America because it's so unusual for uh, I don't know, for Russian speaking market to speak about influencer marketing with someone who lives there, someone who just know how it works just inside. And as I know, and I know it, that you are a blogger as well, and you have almost 100,000 subscribers in Instagram. So, you know, I think you know everything about it. So great. And for some like warming up, uh, let's help our audience better understand your background. And Daniela, could you briefly talk about your experience working with influencers in Latin America and which companies have you worked for? Daniela, I'm so sorry. I think you have some technical problems, and I don't know why. But people text that they can't hear you. Hmm, I can hear you. How it works? And guys, here, ребят, а меня слышно? Напишите мне, пожалуйста. I'm asking, do they hear me? Because I don't understand. Или вообще не слышно. Let's wait. Mm-hmm. They hear me, but they don't hear you. Why? I know, I hear you. Let me think. Ребят, прям пару секунд, я попробую разобраться. I'm asking for a few seconds and I'm trying to figure out how is it possible. М, хм. Ребят, техническая заминка. Секунду. Well, the first idea, maybe the thing, it's volume. Yeah, it's need to switch dynamic, the mic. Мгм. Ребят, технические эксперты, кто знает, в чем может быть дело, пишите свои идеи. Сейчас пофиксим все вместе. I'm asking for giving some ideas. What should I change here? I think we will figure out with it. I don't know. Let's. Mm, do you mean rejoin to join one more time or just to change the mic? Let's let's try. Let's try. Okay, we're waiting here for you. Ребят, сейчас Данила переподключится. Я пока тут потыкаюсь, вы мне накидайте идей. Так, ну мой микрофон здесь. Это понятно. О, so one more Daniela here. So let's check. I hear you. Guys, ребята, вывод звука. Я боюсь, что если я сделаю вывод сюда, то это будет кошмар. Но давайте попробуем. So I changed the headphones. So let's try like this. Can you say something, Daniela? Yes, can you Yeah. hear me now? Так, ребята, сейчас слышно? Now it works. It works? Yeah. And I don't need headphones right now because problem was with it. So yeah, and sorry, but one more time. Can you repeat the same thing about your experience and which companies have you worked for? So guys, now we started officially, so let's move on. Okay, so hi everyone again. Um, so I'm just going to start talking a little bit about my influencer marketing background.
how everything starts. Um, it actually started like actually started doing influencer marketing without knowing this, because I was working with a skincare company doing a lot of marketing related stuff, and I thought I was doing PR until I realized that I was doing influencer marketing stuff like that. And that was like my first like school for influencer marketing. I'm a journalist actually, but I started doing this with a skincare company called Amateur here in Colombia. The owner of the company was an Miss Universe. So she introduced me to all of this world of bloggers, content creators. So I get to know a lot. I learned a lot of from her. And then I changed. I moved job to another one called uh, a B2C company called Handsfree and a B2B company called Bank Ranger from the Mm-hmm. And we're alive.
I don't know. Now I let's check because I see something changes. Let's check. We need to wait, I don't know, 20 seconds. So now it seems that they can hear you, but don't hear me. But it's so strange. Daniela, can you say something, and we will check this hypothesis.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Can someone can hear me?
Let's check. Now it seems that they can.
So they can hear me. Okay. Okay. Yes, can hear me. Yes, we met. Yeah. Again? Don't worry. This happens. Mhm. Yeah, that definitely will work, I believe. You can record it, I believe, and then I can hear like an echo. Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Okay, great. Yeah, there's a lot of rules working with influencers anywhere. Um, but actually, yeah, from each country or maybe region, it's very different. Here in Latam, they are like very flexible with things like with stuff like contracts and agreements. They are very flexible. They if they have like the old information like in on the emails and they have like an invoice sign or something, they're okay. I mean, it's very different from the US because in the US you need to have an agreement and something very super legal. Here you can go like super easy and the negotiating part is super easy. It's not that like we have to have meeting first and then we have to sign a contract and an agreement. It's more flexible and thanks God because for example in Triple J we need to close a lot of collaborations. And imagine if you need to close 60, 80 collaborations per month and you need to sign 80 contracts, 80 agreements, and it can be like a little bit tough because this will take more time. So yeah, here in Latin we don't have that problem. Of course, there are one, two, three bloggers that might need to have an agreement or something, but it's not like the common case. So for that part, it's very easy. But one thing about people here in Latam is that you might say like, okay, you prepare a brief and everything, for them to make the collaboration happen. And then you put like, okay, this collaboration has to be live, I don't know, in June 14 at 8 a.m. That doesn't happen always. Like they try to know because my best time is 12 p.m., just an example. And that's why we need to negotiate with them because I mean, the clients, maybe we have a webinar at 7 p.m. and they say, no, my best time to publish is at 6. So this is why we need to have a brief with the exact information, ex especially for people in Latin, you need to put exactly like the parameters of the collaboration, like time, what you're going to publish, like the link, everything is super explained in detail, so there are no mistakes. Obviously, we always prepare a brief with a speech and everything, but obviously the idea is to do this sound very organic. Um, it's just like an idea, but they should meet the deadlines, the everything. And that's one of the most difficult parts of the influencer marketing stuff because what if, okay, I don't know, my boss told me like, okay, Daniela, we need 3 collaborations for tomorrow's webinar. And I said, okay, I found the collaborations, they're all set. And then one of them can say, no, I'm sick. I'm not going to publish anything. So this can happen and happens actually a lot. So these are like the main struggles, and this is why you need to be like on top of the blogger, like, hey, can you send me the draft? It's always good to see like a draft before they posting. So yes, you need to be like super pushy with bloggers because obviously you want everything to go smoothly and perfect. No, it's more like a brief, not a contract. We should, yeah, we should prepare a brief for every type of collaborations. And for example, if you're a blogger and I hire you, I should make a brief for you with all the information. But for example, my recommendation is if you're going to hire like a really big blogger or you're going to close a really big collaboration with someone that it's going to be expensive, please have an agreement because yeah, you need to be sure that everything is going to be right. I mean, now you should have an agreement when it's going to be very big, or if you're working with the US market, you should definitely have an agreement, even if you're paying $50 to the blogger, you need to have an agreement because it's a legal way to do it. But here in Latam, with a brief, with all the details of the collaborations, you're okay to go. Yes. Well, it depends a lot of the blogger because I'm just going to put an example. For example, I live in Colombia, right? But the majority of my audience is from Mexico. So maybe if I close like a collaboration with a brand here in Colombia, might not have the impact that they want. But in Mexico, yes. So what? The first thing when we do like the outreach, like we send a message, like, hey, we want to work with you. The first thing we ask for is a media kit. Because sometimes can happen that, okay, that this is a girl from Colombia, but have the majority of her audience in Spain. So this person is not a good fit for us. And this happens a lot because in GoIT, I spent like 3 months working in the Spain market. And I actually hire some people from Latam because they have like, I don't know, 30% of audience, yeah, from Madrid, and they're all from Latin America, but they have audience in Spain, so they can work. Also, there's people here that also are from example from Colombia, and they have the majority of their audience in the US. This you need to always ask for the insights. You can find this kind of insights affluence on different platforms for influencers when you can download like this kind of statistics and everything for the influencers. So yeah, my answer is that you need to check every profile, each profile, to see if it's a good fit or not. Yes. Yes, of course. Yes. It's actually, I'm Venezuelan, but I live in Colombia, and my top audience is in Mexico. I don't know why this is happening. I don't even have Venezuela in my top five. I don't know why, but that's how it works. And for example, I have the US in my second place. So yes, this is why I say, guys, you should always ask for their media kits so you can check all this kind of stuff. And also the age is very important. Yeah, so from Miami, this kind of uh yeah. Mhm. Yes, I mean, I am not like in my case, I am not like prioritizing myself like an influencer, like but in a case like mine that it's a person that is 100% doing only content creation and everything, yes, it will cost more because leads and clicks and everything for the US cost more. Yes, for example, a person like me, like have the majority of people from Mexico and then the US, it can work really, really well. Some stuff like, I don't know, Walmart that they have in Mexico and also in the US. so you can attract both, regions. So it can work really really cool, I believe, for a cheaper price. um, well, um, sadly, they fake followers, or they bought followers a lot. Sadly, yes. But there's some simple ways to check this. I mean, if you are like a regular person that, okay, why this person have so many followers? Let's see. The first thing you can check is the views for their reels. And you can check if someone have, I don't know, 200K followers and then have like 5K views on reels. This might be shady, you know. Also likes our comments and everything, but right now you can buy uh, views, likes, comments. So you need to check like deeply the profiles, because if there's someone from Colombia just posting traveling or something, and then there's 10 comments from a guy from India, saying, "How you're so pretty," like this might be a bot, you know. Um, and there's another way to do it. You can just Google engagement calculator, just on Google, and just put the name of the influencer, and then it's going to say like, okay, this person have a 0.5 percent of engagement. This is more likely to have I don't know, 30% of fake followers. I mean, there's a lot of way to know this. But I believe it's very easy to know, because if you open an account and so like 80 comments and 50 are shady, this person have 5 followers. Um, but right now a lot of people are doing it, but I believe this is kind of dumb, because it's very easy to know, you know, with engagement, with the views, with the comments. It's very easy to know, but if someone doesn't have like the media experience or something, they can scam you, because this can happen. Okay. Well, from my side, I have always worked directly, but in a few occasions, um, maybe just a person who is trying to sell me like a platform or something. So I like, hey, try this. In my case, my strongest skill is the negotiating part. And I always try to find like the best prices. And when you're doing it through a platform, this is very difficult to make the negotiating, like to get the best price for the influencer, to maybe have the best deal. So if you are if you have the capacity to do it yourself, I will say do it yourself. But maybe if you're working with a company that say, hey, no, I need 300 follow influencers for this month, it can be like a little bit impossible to do it directly yourself. So yes, you should use a platform. There's so many platforms right now, like Upfluence. There's too many, I mean, and for different prices. But in my case, yes, I prefer always to do it directly, so we can have like the best deal. Okay. Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, I'm agree. Yeah, and here we have public like for every type of vloggers. I mean, every type of vlogger can have their own audience, and yes, for that dark humor, there's a lot of people, unfortunately. Yeah, but this is happening, and this is getting bigger. I don't. I can say I don't. But I'm from Venezuela, and this is super common to have like a dark humor, and people really like this kind of stuff. I don't think in Colombia it's that way. Uh, but in Venezuela it's super normal. So I grew up like with that, and now with the social media exposed, it's getting out of control. But yeah, I understand. Yeah, and it's a serious thing. Yeah, like a humorist, like doing a stand-up or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. I can enjoy that, like in a stand-up, maybe not that dark, but dark humor. But yeah, the social media stuff is getting out of control right now, I believe. Um, I don't say wild. Or what do you mean about wild? Because I'm seeing here that like it's difficult to make payment or something. No, 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 no. That didn't happen. Well, in my case, that haven't happened for me, and hopefully it's not going to happen for me to me anytime. But actually, it's very simple. Here in Latam, everyone uses PayPal, bank transfers, Wise. It's actually super simple. And for example, on places like Venezuela, that it's so like weird. Venezuela is weird and payments are weird because Venezuela it's they have their own currency, but they only use dollars. They have, I mean, there's no payment method that they don't know. They have every payment method in the world. So actually it's very simple. And I think you are going to hire an influencer with some name, you know, that person is not going to disappear and you're going to lose your money. And for my side, what I always do is like request, if we are closing a collaboration with an influencer, I request like several like point of contacts for the email, Instagram, phone number, because if they don't like give me like all those point of content can be a little bit weird, and I'm not going to work with that person. So yeah. Mm. Yes, 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 yes. This happens. Obviously, this happens. I believe anywhere, not only in Latin, anywhere. Um, Actually, influencers prefer to get paid like through PayPal or some stuff like that. They always ask for to I don't know if we are having like our fee or tax, you should also send me like if I don't know if one story costs just an example $100, Okay, but I have to pay tax of 19% and also the PayPal fee. They're always trying to cover that cost, so they don't have to, to take something for their money, or their own money. So yeah, this happens a lot. When are like big collaborations, we make like bank transfers, but they always ask for for us to send us like the um how can I say, like VAT, like VAT, you know what it means? Yeah, they always try like to have that cover so they can like have like hold money for them, the whole payment. Well, I won't generalize about the whole Latin America. Maybe I can talk a little bit more about Colombia. And here the salaries are not the best. I'm going to be completely honest. Here the salaries are not the best. Maybe for someone like a CMO, like it's a huge deal, like the best role in marketing in a good company, like I don't know, maybe like a well-known company like SAP, for example. Um, it can be like, I don't know, $4,000 that you can say, okay, this is some money, but you're talking about SAP before taxes. So yeah, salaries here are not the best, to be honest. When you are in-house, like here in Colombia, like you have to go and take your car every day to work. But right now, a lot of people, and obviously people in marketing, are working for companies from other countries. And that's why I believe salaries here in Colombia are raising because of that. Because people doesn't want to go to work every day and be stuck in traffic and everything when they can work remotely and get paid better. So this is something that here in Colombia you can see that it's a problem, it's happening. Um, People are, I mean, for example, for banks, people doesn't want to go and work in banks because the salaries here in banks are awful, awful, awful. So yes, this is a problematic that the country is having right now, and I believe for next year salaries are going to have a raise. I don't know if as good as U.S. companies or something. I don't think so. But we are having this problem. And also, I think a lot of people here in Colombia are very traditional and doesn't know still that you can go to LinkedIn and find and start working like, okay, marketing manager, and they always put like Colombia, location Colombia, and you can put worldwide, and and look for jobs that you can speak English, and that's fine. I believe people right now are migrating, but doesn't know a lot that you can earn more money. uh, Looking for this kind of jobs, a remote job that, I mean, not only the US, you can work from a company in Europe and in every country in the world if you know the language. So yes, this is a problematic. We're having salaries here are not the best, especially the companies like here in-house in Colombia. That's different. That's different because, for example, if you live in the US and the company translate to here to Colombia. That's different, but it's not happening that much right now. It's I just was talking with a person who was in charge of relocating people, like finding like the houses, the high school for their kids and everything to expats. And she told me like, okay, I don't have work right now. It's companies are not doing it anymore. They prefer them to leave them in the US and to continue working remotely or something. But this is not happening as much as it was happening like maybe 5 years ago. Um, so yes, this is problematic uh, for anywhere. Yes, because it costs a lot. It costs a lot to relocate someone from anywhere, and just to provide housing, scholarships, and everything, it costs a lot. Here in Colombia, I don't know any other countries. I can talk here in Colombia. No. Oh yes, yes, I remember her. Yeah, from social. Okay. Maybe, yes. I can say if that is happening in Mexico, it will happen here in Colombia. Mexico is a little bit more moving forward, a little bit better than us. Um, but I believe this is correct. I mean, it's cheaper to hire people from their own country than bringing people from other countries. I mean, it's cheaper and it makes more sense. No, they're get, I believe I believe salaries here are also going to be have an upgrade, I believe. Because yeah, doesn't want to work in a place where they can charge the same as doing it at your home, doing a remote job or better, because remote there are more remote offers than in-house, like in place. So people actually prefer remote, I believe, right now in this era. Obviously, there's some traditional people, I understand, but from my side, if you are going to give me a job offer to an like a in-house, like I have to go to that company every day, he should be super good, like super, super good to leave my remote job, actually. Okay. Yes, there are definitely many difference. Um, I don't know, for example, here in Latin America, the people, let's talk first about people. People here are more like, hey, how was your weekend? And at the first meeting of the day, we talk 30 minutes about how was your weekend, how is your wife, how is your kid, how is everything? Because I believe we are a very warm people. Um, and I was I had this shock culture when I moved to Go IT because people wasn't like that. I mean, it's culture, you know. It's not like they were not friendly because they were actually, but they were okay. Okay, yeah, let's get back to business. Okay, you're okay. I'm okay. Let's get back to business and let's discuss what is important or not. Um, and I was like, okay, a little bit shocked at first, and but then when I tried to transition to Triple 10, it was something very similar actually, Russian speaking speakers. So to be honest, it was like the same, but it happens also with you when we start meetings or conversations. I was like, how is everything okay? And you say like, okay, yes, let's talk about work. And yes, I know we are different in that way, but I mean, it's not impossible. It's okay. You can handle this situation. Um, you just need to know maybe you guys, I don't know, I don't want to generalize, but maybe you guys are a little bit more cold. We are a little bit more warm. I don't know. What do you think? Okay. At first, yes, when I moved to Go IT, that it was my first like Russian speaking experience. It was hard, and well, my boss there was super nice actually. It was like you, like how okay, okay, yeah, let's go to work, but at least we talk for 2 minutes before the actual work. But the other like this, then it wasn't like CMO, it was the CFO or something. I don't remember. He was tough. And what? Eugene was the CMO. I was working with him, and he was nice. Eugene, Eugene. Everyone call. Why they're calling you? That's a woman's name in Latin America. But yeah, he was super nice. Super nice. But then the boss of Eugene, I'm not saying he wasn't super nice, but he was tough, a tough person. I was always scared. Always, I was always telling Eugenia like, Is this okay? That's no, that's fine. That's his personality. Don't worry." Yeah, it was shocking at first for the first months, and then I was okay. You get used to it. And I was saying like it's not like you guys are not nice. Obviously, you guys are super nice. But we are different. I mean, different cultures. Well, not in Colombia, but well, not in Bogota, but the rest of Colombia, it's always sunny. We always go to the beach. I mean, it's different. It's different. We don't have a snow. You know, it's it's different, but it's super, for my side, I can say it's super nice to have these cultural mixes. I really like and enjoy to work with different cultures than mine. Okay. Talking. You're losing your time here. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe a mix. Maybe a mix because obviously I'm more like Natalia's side that I want to I mean I want to get to know the people that I'm working with. Like what are your passions, your hobbies, what do you do in your free time? Like I really like, for example, connect on Instagram with my colleagues. I like that. And but for example, here at Tripleton, I have like 10, 9 months, and I only have three people for Tripleton on my Instagram account. So that's not that much. That's not that much. I don't know, but that's fine. Like it's happy. Ivan and Maria. Maria, yeah. Her last name is too difficult for me. You guys have a last name that are too difficult. Oh, yes. It's like my name, exactly like my name. You can see my name? The same, without the space, exactly. But yes, I can say that I enjoy like both. Um, for example, something that I think I don't know if I'm mistake, but for these two like experience working with Russian speaking people, you guys don't believe I think in micromanagement, that I believe that's also something cool. Um, because here in Colombia it's different. They do micromanagement. Uh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, well, I was lucky. I'm lucky actually, because yes, from these two experience, you guys didn't ever like market management or something. In here in Colombia, every company you have to, love your work every time. Like, you spend 2 hours here, 1 hour here. At what time did you connect? And some people, and some companies, sorry, they have like when you work remotely, you have to turn on your camera the entire time that you're working. So they can check if you are connected, or maybe if you're using Slack, Teams, or something. If you are not connected, hey, what are you doing? You didn't come to work, something like this. And well, in my experience, you didn't ask me for that in the time we work together. Right now, I don't know. No, nobody's asking me. Yes. Yeah, too much. I'm not agree with that. Why? No, I said I liked it. Yeah, like I say, like when we have meetings, maybe we talk 1 minute about how was your weekend. Oh, it was great. I went to this restaurant. Okay, so let's get back to business. And it was like that, and I understand. I truly understand. um but yes, for us it's very important to get to know the people that we are working with, like how is your hobbies and what is your birthday, to have this like in my calendar. It's hey, happy birthday, this kind of stuff for us are important. But I understand that it's a cultural thing, and I'm okay with that. Lesson learned. Next time that you're working with a Latin person, yeah. Yeah. Yes. Well, right now my goals are to continue studying, like continue working, obviously. But for example, I'm starting a new course next week about growth marketing, to have more like, more. I can apply to different jobs, not only influencer marketing. But my main goal is to do maybe just like a master or something more deeper for public relationships. That's what I really like. And I have experience, but not the super experience. I think I really need to continue studying uh, to make this a step. But why not also CMO? I can be. I can imagine myself being a CMO in a few years. The CMO, yeah, the chief marketing. Yes, I mean, I don't want to live from my social account. I mean, I'm a corporate woman. I can say I am not, I don't consider myself a blogger. It's more like a hobby, like in my free time. Like, yeah, it's fun. Like, it's good to work with some companies and to have this extra money at the end of the month. But from my side, I need the corporate world, to be honest. Yeah, but not my case. I love the corporate world. I love to make things happen, to feel like I'm worth something. Yes, I love it. I love the corporate world. I mean, I understand totally people who want to become an influencer and 100% focus on that. But that's not me. That's not me. For me, it's more like a hobby, more like a free time. I really like to enjoy. I really enjoy sharing like moments, trips, and everything with my followers, and that's it. Actually, I post reels, but not that many. Yeah, not so often. In the pandemic time, yeah, but right now, I don't have.
that much time. But yes, I really enjoy being on social and everything, and I don't take that work from my side too serious. I'm not going to spend like 3 days working on a reel. It will be perfect. No, I'm not. I'm more like in the corporate side, but I think it's super cool and nice and fun to have this social media and to share my day with the people. Mhm. No, and it's a real job. I mean, if you are doing it like posting one reel a day, or for instance, in TikTok, you have to post like 3 to 4 to 5 times a day to get viral, to get noticed. That's a real job for myself. I can say that's a real job, and it costs money and it costs time. Um, but yes, like being in front of the camera like the whole day, it's not my thing. Dealer, yes. No, it's like I told you, it's getting out of control. It's getting wild, but I mean it's funny. We should also as marketers, we should be like on top of that. I mean, we should have checked everything. And actually, from my side, what I can say is since I work at influencer marketing and content marketing and everything, I enjoy the part of being blogger because I'm I always looking for trends and everything, and it's kind of like I really like to be like involved in everything. So this also helps me a lot of understanding what the bloggers needs and how they negotiating, how everything works. But yeah, it's a crazy war, and we need to continue. We need to be updating everything every day because it's getting wild, but it's fun. Yes, exactly. Don't be, but you can in your yeah. If you hire someone, if you work again with a person with of Latin or Colombia, Peru, Venezuela, you will know how you should ask for your hobbies. Are you married? How is your husband? How's your kid, your dog? We love to get answer questions about our dogs because we really, really love our dog. You have a dog? Oh, no. I don't. Oh, okay, okay. No, but it's too late. Sorry, it's too late. But I don't. I don't, but we really like to be asked these kind of questions. So if people are listening and you're working with Latin people in the next few years, ask for their personal life. We love to talk about our personal life. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Elena. Yeah, I know. I figure out for the last name. Yeah. Thank you, so sweet. No, thank you for inviting me. Anytime, if you want to repeat or talk about something else, also our personal life, I'm here. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Yes, of course. See you, everyone. Bye.